Power to the people. They have a right to protest. They should not be pushed to the side. I think the people have a right to be heard. And that is the kind of leadership I think Chicago needs.
Jesse Watters is one man who has, through the years, built a strong name for himself in the competitive world of cable news. Known for his boldness and street interviews, Jesse Watters diligently worked his way to the top at Fox News. His journey perfectly combines good timing, talent, and the ability to connect with his audience, raising intelligent and thought-provoking political debates. Sadly, at the peak of his career, Watters dabbled into the dirtiest affair ever known in the cable news world, which ended his happy marriage and almost ruined his career. Did Jesse make the right decision? Do you think he was thinking straight? Join us as we bring you the surprising details of the affair that ended his marriage, starting out in life and career. Jesse Watters was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on July 9, 1978. He grew up in middle-class neighborhoods like Germantown and East Falls. Because of where he grew up, he had a simple American lifestyle as a child, being able to have only what his middle-class parents could afford. Jesse has a really interesting family tree, one that is believed to carry the journalism gene. His parents were Stephen Hapgood Watters, a teacher and child psychologist, and Ann Purvis, daughter of Morton Bailey Jr., publisher of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. His maternal great-grandfather was Morton Bailey, publisher of the Saturday Evening Post. His maternal great-great-grandfather was the politician Morton S. Bailey. Watters' paternal grandfather, Franklin Benjamin Watters, was a cardiologist at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Newington, Connecticut, and a professor at the University of Connecticut Medical Dental School. Watters might have come from a middle-class immediate family, but he had greatness in his genes. This greatness would see him through the hurdles of high school, university, and the competitive world of Fox News. It probably couldn't help him stay away from an affair that ended his marriage. Keep watching as we learn all the interesting details of Jesse Watters' life. Jesse's background added a relatable touch to his personality, which would later make it easy for his audience to connect with him as he advanced his career. He attended William Penn Charter School, one of the oldest schools in the U.S., and it was here that his interest in journalism and politics was born. After graduating, he continued his higher education at Trinity College in Hartford, Connecticut, earning a degree in history in 2001. Despite his major not being directly related to media, the college gave him enough time to pursue his interests and become what he wanted to become. His years and interactions in college gave him better perspectives and helped develop his argumentative skills, which came in handy as he began to switch to his current television personality. Even though he was not primarily focused on journalism, Watters actively participated in various campus activities at Trinity College and earned himself a great deal of experience. After completing his education, he quickly moved to the media world, deciding right out of college that he was going to pursue a career in the media sector. This wasn't an easy task at the beginning, and he faced a lot of challenges while trying to create a niche for himself in the media space. But Jesse had a fighting spirit and was determined to follow through with his passion. The early days of his career in media consisted of assistant roles and behind-the-scenes positions, and even though it did not seem like much, it gave him the opportunity to have a deep understanding of the television news industry. These foundational years set the stage for his rise within Fox News, where his career would soon thrive. Jesse Watters' career growth. Jesse Watters started his career in broadcast journalism by joining Fox News in 2002 as a production assistant. His initial tasks were simple, mainly involving working far from the main show. In an interview with Jesse, he said, "I started in the basement of Fox in the newsroom where I worked in intake, labeling tapes." Watters' big break came when he began appearing on The O'Reilly Factor, a top-rated program on Fox News. It didn't come as a big break at first. The job role began with him having to do the stressful man-on-the-street interviews, getting people's opinions on issues that would be discussed on the show. But Jesse had a way of making the best out of a bad situation, and so the show grew because of him. This segment would later evolve into Waters' World, one of the most anticipated segments of Fox News. Starting out as street conversations, his segments showcased his ability to engage with everyday Americans on various political and social topics. He had a way with words and people, often displaying his quick wit and sometimes an intense interview style if the need arose. The popularity of these segments grew so much and helped Waters establish a distinct on-air personality that viewers grew fond of. In 2015, Waters' World became an independent show, airing monthly and later weekly due to its increased demand and growing popularity with an interested audience. The show's format allowed Waters to refine his style and blend humor, editorials, and interviews to create a program that appealed to a broad conservative audience. Jesse Waters. Love for controversy. These days, Jesse Waters has a reputation for blending entertainment and news analysis so well. This unique trait is also why he has grown rapidly at Fox News. He has been recognized throughout his career for his bold and sometimes controversial approach. While his segments have faced criticism for how they portray minorities and liberal viewpoints, they've also sparked important discussions about the ethics of journalism. Despite the controversies, Jesse's fearlessness have continued to raise his profile and establish him as a fearless commentator. In 2021, Waters was promoted to host the 7 p.m. slot on Fox News, a significant move that showcases his growing influence within the network. Currently, Jesse Waters holds a prominent position at Fox News, anchoring the 8 p.m. hour, a slot previously held by Tucker Carlson. This puts him at the top and middle of the network's evening lineup, highlighting his popularity among Fox News viewers. His show, Jesse Waters Primetime, maintains the same mix of commentary, interviews, and segments that have made him a standout personality. Putting him as an anchor for the 8 p.m. show wasn't just a routine schedule change, it was a strategic decision by Fox News to capitalize on Waters' increasing popularity and strong viewer engagement. Additionally, it has been noticed that Jesse Waters has mastered a way to hold audience attention using his charismatic and sometimes controversial journalism style, making him a valuable asset in the competitive primetime slot. His show consistently generates strong ratings, often topping the charts of cable news programs. This highlights the audience's love for him and the huge trust that Fox News places on him. Covering a wide range of topics from domestic politics to national events, Waters offers a conservative perspective that resonates with many viewers. However, Waters hasn't been immune to criticism. Some viewers and critics have found his comments during segments to be controversial or inappropriate, sparking debates about the boundaries of political commentary in cable news. Despite these challenges, his influence within Fox News and conservative media circles remains robust. He frequently contributes to the network's special event coverage, shaping the narrative presented to viewers with his unique perspectives. As the host of Jesse Waters Primetime, he continues to solidify his position as a key figure at Fox News. His ability to engage and provoke thought among viewers remains a driving force behind his ongoing success, ensuring his status within the network is secure. Notable career criticisms. Jesse is known for his many controversial actions and statements. The truth is that these actions have consequences, and for a media personality like Jesse Waters, a backlash of criticism was what he was going to get. In 2009, Jesse Waters and his cameraman followed journalist Amanda Turkle without permission in her car for 2 hours while she drove to Winchester, Virginia for vacation. They then approached her to discuss an article she wrote criticizing Bill O'Reilly while she was on vacation. 7 years later, during the White House Correspondents' Dinner journalists' reception, the Huffington Post's Ryan Grimm asked Waters to apologize to Turkle, recording the interaction on his phone. Initially agreeing, Waters later changed his mind, explaining, "I ambushed her because O'Reilly told me to get her because she said some bad shit." Video footage shows Waters grabbing Grimm's phone, throwing it, and putting it in his pocket, leading to a physical altercation as Grimm tries to retrieve it. Waters later explained on the O'Reilly Factor that he felt approached aggressively at the event. Turkel found Waters' response surprising, given that he had a way of interviewing a person by force using sudden camera thrusts and aggressive questioning. For someone with Jesse's personality, no criticism could stop him, and so he continued his style. In October 2016, Jesse Waters came under a lot of pressure for a segment on his show. During the segment filmed in New York City's Chinatown, Waters asked Chinese Americans offensive questions, such as whether they knew karate, if he should bow when greeting them, or if their watches were stolen. The background music featured the song Kung Fu Fighting from 1974, and the interviews included references to martial arts, along with clips of Waters receiving a foot massage and playing with nunchucks. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio condemned Waters' segment as vile, racist behavior that was not welcome in the city. Other lawmakers and journalists, including Asian Americans like Mazie Hirono and Judy Chu, also condemned Waters' actions. The Asian American Journalists Association criticized the segment, emphasizing that perpetuating racist stereotypes and targeting an ethnic group for humiliation based on their race is unacceptable in media. You would think that Waters would turn a new leaf, but he didn't. Instead, he took to Twitter. And so, on October 5, 2016, Waters tweeted what many perceived as a non-apology regarding the segment. In his tweets, Waters stated that his street interviews were intended to be humorous and expressed regret if anyone found offense. He defended the Chinatown segment as being lighthearted, consistent with the tone of all Waters World segments. Again, in April 2017, just 2 days after becoming a co-host on The Five, Jesse Waters stirred controversy with an on-air comment about Ivanka Trump that many found inappropriate. While watching footage of Trump speaking at a panel on female entrepreneurship, Waters remarked, "So I don't really get what's going on here, but I really liked how she was speaking into that microphone, while mimicking holding a microphone like a sex toy." Waters defended his comment, claiming that during a break they were discussing Ivanka's voice and how it resembled that of a smooth jazz radio DJ. He insisted that his remark was not intended to be suggestive or humorous. As punishment for his comment, Waters was taken off the show for 2 days that week. In July 2020, Jesse Waters faced another criticism for praising the QAnon conspiracy theory. He stated that they've also uncovered a lot of great stuff when it comes to Epstein and it comes to the deep state. I never saw Q as dangerous as Antifa. After facing public backlash, Waters released a statement clarifying his position, stating, "I mentioned the conspiracy group QAnon, which I don't support or believe in. My comments should not be mistaken for giving credence to this fringe platform." Personal life, marriage, and controversy. Jesse Waters leads a fairly simple life that revolves around just his time on air and his marriage. In 2009, this highly beloved journalist found love in a colleague at Fox News, Noelle Inguagiato, and got married to her. Noelle Inguagiato Waters is a fashion stylist hailing from the vibrant city of New York, USA, with roots tracing back to Scotland and Ireland. Renowned for her keen eye for style and fashion, she has crafted a successful career in the industry, particularly shining in her role as a television host and fashion consultant. She made her mark while employed at the Fox News Channel, where her talent and expertise gave her widespread recognition. However, it was not until her union with Jesse Noel that her public profile gained more attention. Their marriage not only attracted attention but also added another layer of attention to her already illustrious career. She worked in the advertising and promotions department at Fox News and was a woman with a few things to worry about. This is probably why they fell in love at first sight. They were both two simple career people, working hard to become the best in their different departments. This union was blissful, and 2 years down the line, they welcomed the arrival of their twin daughters. This was the icing on the cake for them, doubling their joy and marking a happy milestone in Waters' life. Waters was a lover boy through and through. This is clearly shown in an event that happened while they were still courting. Noel had gotten a flat tire that day and needed Waters to help replace the flat with a spare. But he ended up deflating the second tire just to spend more time with her. This is a weird way to seek more attention, yes, but it was worth the romantic appeal it brought. This tale, frequently shared by Waters himself, displays his unconventional approach to life, explaining the funny style he brings to his television career. While intended to be something to laugh about during their courtship, it sheds light on the playful and daring personality traits that define him both as a person and behind the camera, as a career-oriented journalist. But this love, even though it was the most beautiful thing in Waters' life at the moment, was soon going to be cut short by an affair that most people believed should have been avoided. You might share the same thoughts or something different after hearing all about the affair that ended his marriage. In 2017, reports surfaced suggesting that Waters' marriage was on the brink of collapse due to an extramarital affair with Digiovine. Waters disclosed the relationship to the network, adhering to their strict internal protocols which require such disclosures to avoid conflicts of interest. In response, Fox News took action by transferring Digiovine to the Ingraham Angle to address any potential workplace issues stemming from the affair. This incident shed light on Fox News' efforts to manage personal relationships among its employees, particularly because they have a policy of maintaining good workplace ethics. Waters' personal conduct, especially given his high-profile television role, prompted discussions about professional ethics and personal responsibility. Despite the challenges, Waters maintained his professional standing at Fox News and did not allow the affair to derail his shining streak. He continued his relationship with Digiovine, and in 2019, they announced their marriage. This new chapter in his life signaled a turning point from past controversies as Waters focused on rebuilding both his personal and professional life. The impact of the affair on Waters' public image was mixed. While some viewers expressed disappointment and skepticism, his core audience remained supportive, possibly drawn to his unapologetic approach to both his professional and personal life. This reminds us of the slippery relationship between a public figure's personal actions and their public persona, demonstrating how simple decisions like whom to marry and when to break up can shape a person's public perception and influence how much success they have in their career. In 2021, Waters and Digiovine joyfully welcomed their son, Jesse Jr., into the world, adding to their family's happiness. Waters expressed his gratitude, stating that both Jesse Jr. and Emma are thriving, and they feel blessed to welcome another proud American. He shared his excitement, saying, "My world got a little bigger today." Their joy expanded further in April 2023 when they welcomed their second child, Georgina, affectionately known as Gigi. The Fox News host proudly announced Gigi's arrival, sharing her weight and expressing their warm welcome to the world. While the couple's marriage has remained free from controversy, Waters faced criticism in 2022 after disclosing a past incident where he playfully mentioned slashing Digiovine's tires as a way of getting to know her. Remember that the slashing story was the story of his first wife, so it seemed unfair to use the same lines for his second wife. He ought to be respecting their memories, especially because his first marriage had ended because of his infidelity. However, Waters clarified during an episode of The Five that his comment was intended as a joke, addressing the concerns raised by some. But Jesse's shocking approach to things is far from over. Jesse's relationship with Trump. Jesse Waters' prominence in conservative media can be credited more to his relationship and support for former President Donald Trump. It is a known fact that Jesse was a big fan of the Donald Trump regime and re-election campaign efforts. His alignment with Trump's ideologies and unwavering defense of the Trump administration have become defining aspects of his broadcasting career, positioning him as a key media ally to the former president. Throughout Trump's presidency, Waters consistently showcased his support on his Fox News shows, using his platform to defend Trump's policies and actions. He often spoke loudly about the sentiments of the administration, addressing issues from a stand that aligned with Trump's viewpoints. Waters' support for Trump went beyond policy endorsement. He openly admired Trump's leadership style and direct communication approach, which resonated with his own broadcasting style. His interviews with President Trump, characterized by mutual respect, further solidified his reputation as a favored interviewer among conservative media circles. These interviews not only looked at serious political discussions, but also offered viewers a glimpse into a more personal side of the presidency, showcasing Waters' ability to blend lighthearted moments with political insights. Additionally, Waters didn't shy away from providing critical commentary against Trump's opponents and the media's treatment of the president, further demonstrating his unwavering support for Trump and his administration. Waters frequently criticized what he saw as unfair media bias against Trump, arguing that the mainstream media's approach was part of a broader agenda to undermine the presidency. His commentary was a common theme in conservative media circles that celebrated Trump's outsider status and his challenge to the political establishment. Waters' support for Trump was also seen in his open support for Trump in the 2024 elections while critiquing Trump's opponent, President Biden. This support for Trump has significantly impacted Waters' career, boosting his credibility and popularity among viewers who support the Trump administration. However, it also made him a target for criticism from those who perceived his broadcasting as overly political and uncritical. His relationship with Trump highlights the complex dynamics between personal actions and public image, showcasing how personal decisions can impact public perceptions and career paths. Now, we'd like to hear from you. Are you a fan of Jesse Waters? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.